there's things that I want, there's things that I'm called for. And I see like whoever, their future husband, yes you, your girl's a boss. We gonna build an empire. I'm gonna have my empire, you gonna have your empire, we gonna make a bigger empire, okay? And for y'all who think that's corny, that's fine. This is not like, this lifestyle's not for everybody, but it's for me. Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Chi, and welcome to Time with Chi, y'all. So new year, new feel. I got a new camera lens, kind of doing a new setup in my bedroom, and just giving freshness. Like, this is about the year of just like being intentional. And if you've never been here before on my channel, subscribe. Like, welcome to the clique, y'all. Welcome to the inner circle. Like, this is a special group. Like, these are my friends. Like, we are all here. So I'm excited to have you. And if you've been here and you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that. So let's just get right into it. This year, well, if you know me, you know that every year I kind of have a word. 2017 was like So Selfish 17. Me and my friend really drove that into the ground. It was about us and us doing what we wanted to do. And 2018 had a multitude of words, and that went okay. But 2019, it's just a new thing. 2019 is about being intentional. That is a word I feel like God has really put on my heart about this year. And just kind of like what I see as a theme for many people I know. I don't know if it's the age where I am, where it's like I'm a fresh 26, 25 plus 1, where it's like, okay, what is it that I want for the next, 25 years of my life, 5 years of my life, 10 years, and how am I going to get to it? So I think being intentional really answers those questions and kind of puts me on that path. I feel like when I was like 21, I was really on my YOLO, like whatever happens, like I live once, it's cool. But now I'm like, oh, every decision I make results in a different outcome. So it's about making better decisions and real decisions that are going to impact me in the future. So I want to basically share my 3 things that I'm being intentional about, how I'm going about them, what are the questions I'm asking myself, what are the things I'm doing to make them happen, and kind of like check in with you guys periodically throughout the year to share, because I'm like, this is my community, like y'all my homies, so we talking. Okay, so let's hop right into it. The first thing I'm being intentional about this year is my time. Like, I feel like I talk about it all the time because this is important. I don't have that much of it. Like, time is the only currency I feel like I don't have enough of. Like, I can always make more money, I can always do more things, but it's like time I never get back. So when it comes to being intentional about my time, the kind of questions I ask myself is, how much time is this going to cost me? Or how much time am I going to spend here, waste here, whatever? And is that time worth it? Like, sometimes y'all be just hanging with your friends just for hours, doing nothing, and that is cool. There was a season of my life where that was cool. Like, when I was in college, me and my besties, hours, like 8 hours, 10 hours. But now I'm in a phase where I'm like, I don't have 8 hours of my day or 4 hours of my day just to throw away. Not throw away, but just like not allocate properly. Like, I have a lot of things I need to do, and I don't have enough time necessarily to do them. So I'd like to allocate the necessary, just strategy, y'all. Strategy. Like, your girls in business school, strategy. Everything is about strategy. OKRs, measure, like everything needs to be known. So, and I've wasted time with friends, I wasted time with men, I wasted time with people, projects, things that were not going to deliver me the outcomes that I wanted. So when you are looking at time, just make sure like the time you are spending or wasting is not going to affect you negatively in the long run. Like, if you could have been using this time to maybe work out, maybe start a business, maybe do some like get out of it. I don't know, like something's telling me to say get out of addiction. Like, if you can use these times to better yourself, do that. Like, let's not waste time. Let's maximize on our time. The second thing we are being intentional about is my future. Like, I'm being intentional about my future, like what it is that I want. Like, every year we make these vision boards, right? You cut out these things, you paste them, and you're like, I want this, I want that. Okay, but how are you doing it? Like, are you actually going out? Like, we put, like, I know a lot of, like, women of color, we put, or women in general, we put Oprah on our vision boards, Beyonce on our vision boards, new body, new this, new job, new cars, like Benz truck, like Lambo truck, like I'm getting hyped, like Lambo truck, we putting all this stuff. But what are we doing? Like, are we staying in that same job that's not paying us enough? Are we not, like, doing research to start a new stream of income? Like, what, like, are we not doing these things and we want more? Like, we can't, like, expect to go to the next level if we are still at the same level we started with. Like, we have to make moves to do better. So for me, like, something I'm being intentional about my future is I'll be transparent about what I'm being intentional about. I'm looking for a new job. You know what I mean? Like, I'm graduating at the end of March with my second master's, and I want a new job, and that new job has criteria to it. Like, I'm not just looking, like, and another thing is, like, with being intentional, you're not just looking for looking's sake. You're looking for things that align with your purpose and your calling and, like, what it is that you were made to do. So I'm not just looking for any dead-end job. I'm looking for the job that fulfills me. So when I think of fulfillment, I'm thinking salary requirements. Like, you gonna pay me enough, because I'm not about to spend my time working for you to make you money and not get the money I need, the outcomes, benefits, time off, or free time, so that I can do my other things. So you need, as you are interviewing for jobs, make sure you're interviewing these people too, like asking them those questions. It's important. I'm looking for salary match. I'm looking for city match. I'm not trying to stay in Boston. I'm not trying to be in Boston in 2020. Like, God willingly, like, I relocate. Like, I'm looking at New York, DC, LA, even abroad. Like, I would go to London, Dubai, and maybe even go back to Nigeria for some time. Who knows? Like, well, I know, but, like, y'all don't know, and I don't necessarily know, like, what is gonna happen first. So I'm like, that's important for me. And I'm also looking for a good company and role fit. Like, I know my worth, so I know what I'm not trying to do. Like, y'all not gonna put me in no newsroom, and that's not me being, a mailroom, and that's not me, like, not being humble. That's just me, like, being facts. Like, I know my worth. Like, I know what I've done. I know what I can do. So I'm not gonna waste time playing those games. Like, companies like to play games and, like, haze you. We're not doing that. I'm not doing that with y'all, especially because y'all don't do that to, like, mediocre or, like, Caucasian men who apply to jobs in your office. So you're not gonna do that to me. And I feel like that happens to people of color all the time. Like, sorry y'all, I was getting passionate. We get marginalized in the workplace and, like, are given, like, ridiculous tasks and, like, things that don't even, like, qualify into real work job description. But that's another thing for another time, because there is a rant for that. I have a rant for diversity and inclusion in the workplace. That I do. That's coming, soon come. But, you know, those are things I'm being intentional. So with me being intentional about that, hit me up if y'all know people who maybe work in international business, work for a multinational, or just have a plug. Like, I'm interested in tech, beauty, and travel. Like, those are kind of like my heartbeats of what my interests are. And, like, for y'all, if you're looking for a new job, like, go network, like, be on LinkedIn. Those places help. Like, talk to people. Like, whether you went to college or you didn't go to college, like, get with your local bureau. Like, there are so many resources out there, and a lot of people are at a disservice where you feel like you're stuck. Like, we're never stuck. Like, God didn't put us in this world to be unhappy and to be, like, doing what we're not supposed to do. I do believe in, like, doing the work and grinding. So, like, if you're maybe at a company and you're feeling like, oh, when is my time going to come? Like, no, it is going to come. And if your company does not have steps in place for you to go to the next level, then maybe that's the time where you should consider to leave. So when it comes to my future, sorry, I'm fresh off a cold. It's gross. We have career, and we have relationship. I'll put this out there. For those who get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I'm not looking for another boyfriend. I'm looking for a husband. I'm 26. Not that I'm old. I'm not old. I'm definitely still young. But I know what it is that I want. And I'm not saying I'm looking for marriage as an idealistic way. Like, I just feel like marriage is gonna make me happy. No. I feel like there's things that I want, there's things that I'm called for. And I see like whoever, dear future husband, yes you, your girl's a boss. We gonna build an empire. I'm gonna have my empire, you gonna have your empire, we gonna make a bigger empire, okay? And for y'all who think that's corny, that's fine. This is not like, this lifestyle's not for everybody, but it's for me. So I'm not looking to waste my time getting to know 20 men and go on 20 dates and 27 dresses. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not. And I say I'm not so many times because these are reminders to myself for when I do meet people who are not intentional. Like, man, there's literally ladies, there's men out here whose mission is to waste your time. And God has a place for y'all. God is gonna deal with y'all in his own good time. Cause that's not my story. Like, I'm not like y'all didn't even go on date. Like, and I know like some of my sisters who are suffering for nothing. Like, these men don't even take you out. They don't even treat you well. They don't like treat you like a queen. They don't even buy y'all gifts. Like, they really have conditioned us to make us feel like these bare bone Netflix and chill rubbish is good enough. God forbid, I'm not. Me, I will be single until he's here. Like, cause I'm also like on my celibacy journey. So it's like, I'm not about to just be like with y'all to be with y'all. Like, I'm discussing the thing about that. There's so much depth into that we'll discuss that in another video. But yeah, I'm being intentional about what it is I want for myself and in a relationship. So until I can get that, your girl's definitely single, and that's so cool. And I love that. And it gets hard. We're not gonna lie. Like, we know being single is not always key, but I find my peace and comfort knowing that something better is coming. Another thing I'm being intentional. The third thing I'm being intentional about in 2019 is my relationship with God. I feel like in the past, like, that has been on the back burner where I'm like, yeah, I know how to pray, I know the word, I know this, and I didn't spend enough time growing in that. And I feel like that shows for me. You know what I mean? Like, that shows. Like, when I'm not grounded, I will cuss you out. I will be rude. I will just not be who I'm called to be. I will waste time with people. I will do things that I'm not proud of. Like, I will just spiral. And for me in 2018, I feel like I kind of spiraled. I did things that didn't really align with my destiny and what I felt called for. And I learned a lot. But of those lessons, I didn't have to learn. Like, I didn't have to learn because I knew them. Like, I knew those things. But again, I'm so curious. And sometimes, like, I just be looking for trouble. And I found the pepper that I didn't need last year. And I don't want it again this year. So I'm just being intentional about spending time with God, getting to know him more, like seeing him as a friend and not like, because sometimes I also see God as like this big like punisher, but it's really like, God doesn't punish me. I punish myself by doing things that weren't meant for me. And therefore I experience the wrath of that. And I blame that on God, but it's not God, it's just me being stupid. So I want to see God as my friend and somebody who wants the best for me and not the worst for me, because his promises are yes and amen. Like, he wants good things for us. So I want to change how my conditioning happens in my brain. So yeah, that's important to me. So I will talk more about that on the channel. Like, we'll probably do more Bible studies and things of that nature. And something I wanted to mention with being intentional with my future, and the second one was being intentional with my body. Like, I know this is my body. This is what I have. God has given this to me. So I want to maintain it health-wise. Like, I want to eat right. I want to work out. I know, like, a lot of us are getting new bodies, but this is the one I got. So I'm going to work with it until I don't want to work with it. I'm not against plastic surgery, don't like at all. So I'm like, but I do want to, like, this body is going to carry children one day. This body is going to get married. This body's going to see the world. This body is going to go through things like, and seasons and different climates and different work expectations. Like there's going to be seasons where I work 20 hours, there's going to be seasons where I work 4 hours. So I want my body to be prepared for that. So I want to maintain her in the best way that I can. So that is something I'm being intentional about with working out, eating better, and just taking inventory of when I am tired. You know, like I was sick this week. So I literally came home every day at like 6 p.m. and just laid down. You know what I mean? Like I had to be intentional about getting better because I've been sick for like weeks at a time because I was just like, I'm gonna keep going. No, you need to listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to your mind. Sometimes we need to rest. And that is being intentional. Like when we are taking care of ourselves, we are being intentional about what we want. Don't misconstrue that about being lazy, because we're not doing that either. Like we're not about to be lazy and just do random things. And yeah, those are my 3 things that I'm being intentional about. So we talked about life, we talked about careers, and we talked about what it is like for me, my spiritual journey, and maybe you have something else. But thank you all for watching this video. If you made it this far, thank you so much. And make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Alright, you came home at a great time. Hey, Chidera.
Oh my god, you look so pretty. Wow. Hey, girl.
Thanks, girl.
Wow, a little stew.
I know. This cat took me
Your
forever.
makeup looks so good. It's so sucky that the weather